when we start working with our communities, what we do is we start with a conversation. What is it you'd like to do? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it?
Hello, this is Dr. Jeff Kim, and I'm at the OCNC. OCNC stands for Orange County and Southeast Asian Archive Center. Let's check it out. I'm so fortunate to be able to meet with some scholars, some curators of this very important space, and they're going to share a little bit more about this space.
So hello, my name is Dr. Krystal Tribbett, and I am the curator for Orange County Regional History for UCI Library Special Collections and Archives.
Hi, my name is Huynh, and I am the curator for the Southeast Asian Archive, as well as the research librarian for the Department of Asian American Studies here at UCI.
And we are filming right now in the Orange County Southeast Asian Archive Center, also known as the OCNC. Well, this is a really important space on campus. It really helps to solidify our commitment to the community of Orange County and the Southeast Asian diaspora.
And I'll talk a little bit more about the SEAA, or the SEAA. So the Southeast Asian Archive was founded in 1987 by librarian Anne Frank, who began collecting and documenting the first waves of Indo-Chinese refugees coming to Orange County. She was witnessing all of these amazing records being created, these amazing newspapers that were being printed in local Southeast Asian languages, and she was just beginning to collect it, knowing the importance of these records for future generations. So here we have a few of the paintings created by refugees on display in the OCNC Center. So here we see that this is a painting of a boat with a tumultuous wave surrounding it. On the other side of this TV, where Krystal was introducing herself earlier, is another drawing. This is color pencil and pen on paper, and this really tells a story of refugee experience, particularly being in a detention center in Hong Kong.
And we also welcome community members to hold events here in this space. And our goal is to support telling stories of underrepresented communities here in Orange County and beyond. And so that's really what we focus on here in this space.
Now, the Southeast Asian Archive is so unique in its collections in that not only do we have a lot of refugee art and ephemera, there's also a multitude of photographs, from Kodak slides to negatives to large prints, as well as periodicals and vertical files that we have in the back.
How do you help communities to tell their stories?
Well, that's a really good question, and we start with the communities themselves. Our goal is to provide support to the communities and doing what they want to do and how they want to do it. And so we offer support in a number of ways. It can be through research services, it can be in training. So if there's interest in oral history or photo voice or archiving materials, we can provide some training in that. But when we start working with our communities, what we do is we start with a conversation. What is it you'd like to do? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? And communities are starting at very different places in their historical documentation projects. And so we're ready to start where you want to start. We do have over here, you're in luck, we just put up an exhibit that focuses on our principles of community-centered archives. And this is what really guides how we work with our communities, and it's with care. So we try to be collaborative, attentive, and responsive to communities' needs and wants, and also engaged with what the community is seeking to do.
I want to take you over down the hall to check out our vertical files. Now, on top of the vertical files, we also have here a lot of other refugee art that you can see, and some of them we are fortunate to have the names and titles of those who created it. And these paintings and drawings can be found from the Project Neil records. So if you're interested in learning more about this particular collection, I highly encourage you to check it out on Calsphere. So some of the things that we have in our vertical files, this collection has really started from Anne Frank doing her clippings truly just finding anything related to the Southeast Asian community in Orange County and a little bit beyond. So here we have art in Asian American organizations in Oakland. You can really see the large amount. These are just the A's. So we're talking about arts, agriculture, the AIDS epidemic, artists that are from the Cambodian community, Vietnamese art exhibition, arts and culture in Los Angeles ephemera, and then continuing on, we have things related to Buddhism, community needs assessment, other community organizations, community celebrations, including festivals. We have sections on food, hate crimes, racial profiling of Southeast Asian youth, as well as other things like restaurants, Southeast Asian organizations, manicurists, museums. Everything from A to Z truly is here in these vertical files. So we do have born digital files. So these are files that are already created digitally, like your digital photos on your phone, for example, be donated to the archive. And we also have things in our collection that have been digitized and uploaded through Nexio onto Calisphere for folks to be able to view some of these ephemera or photographic albums from the comfort of your home. So if you are ever interested in requesting a duplication of a material, you most certainly can through our website by creating a research profile and sifting through the finding aids and letting us know what kind of item you would like duplicated if we are able to.
And so in creating a profile, is there a website that you go to?
Yes, so you can go to ocnc.lib.uci.edu, and this is a little bit more about the OCNC Archive Center and some of the services that we provide, such as instruction to other faculty on campus or instruction to secondary educators, oral history.
What's in the
services.
oral history? What's inside there?
Yes, so in the oral history section, we talk a little bit about what the methodology is, past projects that the OCNC Center has done, as well as providing you a toolkit.
You say students can use this to then capture their own oral history as well?
Yes, so the UCI Oral History Toolkit, students can take a look how to, one, build a list of questions, how to build a relationship with the intended interviewee, and different platforms that they could possibly use to record those interviews, whether that be through Zoom or Share Story, or even, if need be, using your phone and a microphone, whatever you have access to. We've had students in the past donate some of their oral histories that they've done in the community, so that's certainly an option if that's something that you want to think about, of where you would like your oral histories to live in the future and who you would like to have access to it.
So if we had our students who are history scholars want to be a part of making this history as well, then they could be history makers and have these stories archived here.
Absolutely, and I think there is so much power in students also becoming record creators and also record keepers themselves. And we would be happy to talk about what that process looks like. Also, not only the technical aspect of how to create metadata for your oral history, how to describe it, how to transcribe it, but also the ethical considerations of ensuring that there's informed consent throughout every step of the way, should you want to have your oral histories be a part of a collection, like in the Southeast Asian Archive or any other archival institution.
So educators out there, if you want to book an appointment and get some expert feedback, the way we would do that is?
So you'll be on the OCNC website, and then let's say specifically you want to do research at the Southeast Asian Archive, so we'll just click here. And this has more information. We also have a sensitivity statement for the Southeast Asian Archive, as some of the materials may be harmful for folks to revisit, considering that this is a community that is still living through the aftermaths of war. So that there may be articles or photographs that can bring up those unsettling memories or those unsettling feelings and stories that you may not fully understand yourself, and this might be the first time you're seeing yourself in the archive. So we have this statement for folks just to be mindful, and to also find ways to take care of yourself when you're viewing these types of records, because it can be heavy to sit with, especially as our community has gone through so much violence. But to continue, Jeff, so after you can read our sensitivity statement here online, you can also link to some of the digital collections that we have available here. There are ways for you to help support the Southeast Asian Archive and how to research the Southeast Asian Archive. So we'll just click this link here. And this tells you everything about the other topics that we have available.
I'm seeing there's Cambodian, Hmong, Laotian, Pacific Islander. There's places including Cambodia, Little Saigon, our local areas, Orange County. There's other subjects that are there as well, including education, topics like depression, mental health.
And we have a variety of subjects, as you can see, and also a note on the vertical files that we just went through together very briefly. And then towards the end, you'll see how to start your research and how to become a researcher. So apologies, there are many links to this, but if you want to book an appointment with anything here in Special Collections, you'll have to do so through this website, and they'll let you know how to create a profile.
Okay, thank you so much and your service to the community.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and please make an appointment. Please check out the work that we do, and thank you for everyone for sharing their stories and wanting to continue to share their stories with us here at the Southeast Asian Archive.